This video is designed to help you start a computer shop business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a computer shop business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful computer shop business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Before you start your own computer business, you need to figure out who you want to serve. Know who your ideal clients are, and which characteristics they share. How large are their businesses? Which major business problems do they face? As you start to fine-tune your idea of the ideal computer business client, also think about whether you are serving a niche and what your specialty is. Are your clients all in a specific industry, or do they naturally all use the same specific software or hardware? Having a niche and a specialty can really help you with marketing and sales. You will position yourself to offer solutions that no other technology professionals in your area are offering, and thus be even more indispensable to your clients. Strengths and weaknesses. As you figure out how to start a computer business, you need to know your own strengths and weaknesses. You might have a very strong technical background but are not very business savvy. In order to succeed, you need to have a good balance of business, technical and also strong social skills, so you can best respond to the needs of your clients, and build long-term relationships with them. Make sure you take the time to go outside your comfort zone, and work on honing skills that come less readily to you than others. Marketing is key. When you are just figuring out how to start a computer business, you're going to be wearing a lot of different hats. You will probably have to do the marketing, sales, administrative and all other tasks by yourself in the beginning. Establishing a well-crafted, diversified marketing plan that incorporates a lot of different targeted activities is the only way to build your business and make sure your sales funnel is fed. So this way, you can attract new clients on a regular basis, and still have time to manage other elements of your business. In most countries and states you can register the business yourself inexpensively, through the government websites. However, there is just no replacing the knowledge of a local accountant who knows the laws in your country and state. For an accountant to set up your business, you are looking at around $200 to $400. Stock. This can cost as much as you want it to. You can buy stock on an as-needed basis when you first start out, or you can buy one of everything that doesn't lose value too quickly, like DVD burners, power supplies, wireless routers, wireless USB dongles, cables, cases, keyboards, mice and copies of Windows. Items like CPUs, video cards and hard drives should only be bought on an as-needed basis, if you are a new business, since the value drops so quickly. Tools. The absolute minimum amount of tools you should have is a small toolkit for computers. My first one was about $14, a USB drive, $10 to $100 depending on size, and a CD wallet, about $2 to $10, loaded with free computer repair applications. However, it is ideal to have a complete kit with a laptop, thermal paste, various cables, and a cable tester. Business cards. Your business card is often what your client bases their first impression of you on. It is representative of your business, and this is why I strongly recommend that your business cards be made professionally. To me, those tear-off make-at-home cards just scream amateur, or fly-by-night business. Of course, any business card is better than no business card. Professionally printed business cards will cost you around $120 to $300, depending on the amount you want printed, and this often includes the print shop doing the design work for you. Web hosting. If you happen to have a website, do not host it on a free host. Most free hosts only allow for a lame domain name. Many of them are ad-supported, so as you are trying to sell your services, your competitor's ad is on your site too. With hosting companies like HostGator that offer amazingly reliable services for $5 a month, it's not something worth skimping on. Advertising. Advertising is one of your most important costs after having your business set up legally, and it's hardest to put a price on. You can have amazingly effective advertising that is free, or expensive advertising that doesn't work at all. To give you a very rough figure, we'll base this figure on the best advertising that I used, which was the local, free weekly newspaper, which was around $70 per week. In conclusion, it all depends on whether you are going to quit your current job entirely, or slowly make your way into it. Quitting entirely is good so you can focus 100% of your attention on the business, but you need enough finances to back you. Slowly making your way into it is the safest method, but it can take more time. The next part of the video is not specific to a computer shop business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the computer shop business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful computer shop business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these two extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice, may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive, based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling. Fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into two parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a computer shop business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free computer shop business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.